energies and enabling them to contribute to nation building and to achieving the goal of Viksit Bharat. Under this initiative, over 10 lakh appointment letters have been issued to these young persons by various ministries and departments. The second initiative is relating to the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Act and the rules, which are also notified in 2022. And this essentially puts emphasis on the merit-based selection and recruitment system and helps in combating malpractices such as paper leakage and ensures a transparent and fair examination process. It also acts as a strict kind of a deterrent in that there are several stringent penalties, imprisonment and fines, etc., which have also been included in the Act and rules. Discontinuation of interviews was one of the first initiatives taken by the government, and this one step helped in streamlining and simplifying and making it very easy to complete the entire recruitment process in a very short period of time. It increased objectivity and transparency in the selection process. The government is also in trying to build a trust-based system has allowed for provisional joining of new recruits even while their police verification is still pending. There are certain restructuring and reforms that have been carried out by the Staff Selection Commission, which has helped tremendously in bringing down the timelines for recruitment. In fact, the recruitment cycle is now reduced from what used to be like 12 to 15 months to about 8 to 9 months. This enables timely recruitment being held and the recruitment cycle is much more smoother. The exams are now held in Hindi, English, and in 13 regional languages, again emphasizing on inclusivity. Computer-based testing in place of OMR-based testing has been introduced and which has resulted in faster results and more transparent process of recruitment. And the most recent restructuring which has been carried out or initiative that has been taken is e-dossiers, where all the successful candidate details are shared with ministries and departments in an electronic form, doing away with physical dossiers, which results again in faster dissemination and also lack of any, the entire records reaching the concerned officers. The public disclosure scheme for talented youth essentially was for enabling those candidates who had, almost sort of been successful. They had completed various stages of selection, however, could not make the final cut, sharing the details of these candidates with public and private authorities so that employment opportunities for them could also be enhanced. The National Recruitment Agency was set up in 2021 to bring in uniformity and harmonization across recruitment agencies, and they are working on formulation of norms and standards presently for the computer-based testing. UPSC regulations were also amended and simplified, and powers were delegated to ministries and departments to make appointments of up to Group A and B level positions up to level 13 to expedite the entire process and to empower the ministries. The Central Secretariat Service promotions, the Central Secretariat Service is one of the key players in the functioning of the central ministries. There was a lot of stagnation and lack of promotion opportunities. So almost on a mission mode, this was taken up and promotions were fast-tracked, and close to 19,000 officers were given promotion in a very short period of time, which helped in increasing their motivation levels. The Department of Personnel brings out various orders and circulars and guidelines on various aspects related to human resource management, including the promotions, recruitment, and so on. So these master circulars have been put together so that the entire process of understanding and retrieving any relevant guidelines becomes that much more simple. So this exercise was also carried out, and 11 thematic master circulars have been prepared. The government has always focused on social equity and inclusive public administration, and in pursuance of this objective, several initiatives have been taken. The backlog of vacancies for SC, ST, and OBC was taken up, for filling of the backlog almost on a mission mode, and 4.5 lakh vacancies were filled up over this period. The representation of the weaker sections is as mandated under various rules and constitution provisions. The reservation in promotions was also enabled, which led to long pending promotions taking place, and again, leading to higher levels of motivation in the employees. The caste certificates and other certificates that are issued by the state governments initially were being issued by, as mandated by the DOPT. This power was then delegated to the states to decide, giving them more flexibility in notifying the authorities that were competent to issue these certificates. Expeditious verification of caste certificates to ensure this strict timelines have been also prescribed.